30 seconds out from our live hit on Good Morning Arizona, bringing you your forecast live from the garden because it's another lovely morning in the Valley of the Sun. Yes, I'm being sarcastic. It's muggy out here and it's very warm already. We did not, once again, Phoenix, cool below the 90s for the Valley metro area. So it's a very warm start to your Friday. Bob's out here working hard. Okay, here we go. Good morning, Arizona, live from the Today's Patio Garden, TGIF. It's been a long, hot, and humid week. It's slightly less humid out here this morning, but only slightly, and it's pretty warm. A warm start to your Friday for sure. Let's dive into those temperatures. Talk about what you can expect for that weekend ahead and for your Friday. It's 93 degrees right now. Dew point's still up at 59 degrees, 32% relative humidity, and winds that are out of the southeast at 9 miles per hour. Winds should stay fairly light today, 10 to 15 miles per hour. That's good news for firefighters working on that brand new Boulder fire to the northeast of town. But bad news when it comes to pollution. We've got a high pollution advisory today in the Valley metro area. That is in all of Maricopa County. That's for ozone pollutions. Ozone is an invisible pollutant, so you won't see it. Skies will look blue just like they are this morning across the valley, but that ozone is starting to accumulate, and that can make it tough to breathe, especially for children, the elderly, and people with asthma. High pressure is shifting a bit, so our moisture source for that monsoon flow is cutting off just a little bit. We've got some cloud cover across southern and southeastern Arizona, and storm chances today at less than 10% for the valley. It's not out of the question. Some models even hinting right around 5, 6 o'clock, maybe an isolated shower or two in parts of the valley. But overall, storm chances are down for most spots today and tomorrow, but we'll pick back up Sunday and heading into next week. It is going to be a hot one today. Flagstaff, low 80s. Sedona and Payson, low 90s. 106 for Casa Grande today. 98 for Globe. 100 degrees for Kingman, 111 for the valley. It gets even hotter over your weekend ahead. 112 tomorrow. Storm chances once again are slim. We put them in the slight chance category for tomorrow. We're going to bump up the storm chances. At this point, 30% chance for Sunday, and it's going to be hotter. 114 for a high for the second half of your weekend. Morning temperatures in the upper 80s, low 90s. We'll continue with those slightly elevated storm chances to at least the middle of next week. Right now, we've got 110 in for your 4th of July. So, Gina, the next 7 days, at least 110 degrees or higher for much of the valley. Back inside to you. All right, thanks. Thanks, Bob. All right, how's everybody doing on this Friday? We just finished our hit for Good Morning Arizona, so hopefully you could hear that and hear your valley forecast for the weekend, although maybe you don't want to. It's really not going to be very nice this weekend. It's the last week of June, so kind of typical Arizona weather. Actually slightly atypical because we don't usually see our first storms of the season until early July. That's kind of more typically on average when we would see those first storms, but they hit a little bit early this year. Monsoon season starts June 15th because we see kind of a start to a weather pattern change, but it usually picks up in the mountains first and then picks up in the deserts of the state closer to early July. So yeah, we've been getting those storms for the last week in the deserts of the state, and it looks like we'll see a better chance starting Sunday. Right now, we've got a 30% chance in for Sunday, but we're watching that closely. If these models continue on this path, it looks like we may even bump those up a little for Sunday. So had some chatter this morning about maybe making Sunday a first alert weather day, and we may end up doing that if storm chances are looking better and better. But for right now, we'll put them near 30% and just kind of see how things play out between now and then. Who's on here with us this morning? Steve, good morning. Manic Socratic, good morning. My plan every morning, real AGW says, is to be inside by 9 a.m. That's a good plan. Yeah, by 9 a.m. we're going to be in the mid to upper 90s. Good morning, D. Courtney. We're going to be in the upper 90s. We'll probably hit 100 degrees by about 10 o'clock this morning. SeaTac 93, good morning to you. Let's see who else is on here. Good Boy 100, good morning from Dallas. Good morning from Alberta, Canada. We got people joining us from all over this morning. That is awesome. All right. So if you've got outdoor plans this weekend, it is going to be very, very hot. We've got, if you heard me say, about 111 to 112 for today and tomorrow, then up to 114 for Sunday. We're going to watch for the storm chances to increase. We are talking about your forecast all morning on Good Morning Arizona. We've got much more coming up on the show this morning. What else are we talking about? Oh, a lot of chatter about the debate. If you watched the debate last night, or if you didn't watch the debate, we've got highlights, we've got lowlights. We're breaking it all down for you. some political analysts on talking about that this morning. Whitney is on a story, the Animal Shelter Humane Society. The animal shelter's a real big problem right now with overcrowding, and they're doing some free adoptions at some of these agencies to try to help because they just don't have enough room. And this is leading up to 4th of July when there's always a huge intake because of the pets that run away during those fireworks. And so she's covering that and the deals that you can get, ways that you can help out with the animal shelters. What else are we talking about? Not on the air, but we've been talking behind the scenes. There was a press release put out yesterday, and it's on our Easy Family social pages that Suzanne Bissett is going to leave Your Life A to Z. She's going to step away and do some other things. And so they've named who's going to try to fill those shoes on. That can't ever replace Suzanne, of course, but I'm super excited for Gina Maravilla. I'm even more excited because even as she steps into this role of hosting Your Life A to Z along with Daryl, who's not going anywhere, Susan Casper, and Ian is on that show. In addition to that, Gina's going to be the host of that, and then she's still going to be doing traffic for Good Morning Arizona and her wonderful interview segments as well. And so what a win for everybody that we get to keep her here on our show. But she gets to host that show as well. So we're kind of talking about that behind the scenes here this morning. Exciting times. I think that's going to happen right around Labor Day. That's when that's going to happen. Who else is on this morning? Mary Beth Gonzalez. Good morning. I hear you get to see our friend Micah soon. I'm jealous she's coming to California. It's so hot here. We've got a trip coming up to California a little later in the summer. So we are soon going to go to Austin, Texas to visit my in-laws. The boys, I asked them what they really wanted to do this summer. When it comes to vacations, because I started to plan some things, and then I thought, you know what, I should actually ask my kids, what is it that you guys want? And they said number one priority, they want to see their cousins. So we scheduled a trip out to Austin, Texas, where it is going to be hot and humid just like it is here. So while I'm bummed that it's not exactly a break from the heat, it's going to be awesome because they have 4 boy cousins. My husband Mark, his brother, has 4 boys. So when we get together, it's so much fun to have all 6 boys together. So we're going to go out there, probably spend some time in the water, on the lake at least to cool off, because I just checked the forecast for Austin and they're looking at 112 this weekend too, which is pretty hot for Central Texas. So yeah, someone just said here in Dallas it's hot. Yeah, it's hot in Texas over the summer too. Usually a little more humid, but it's been humid here lately. So that's our next trip that we've got coming up. It's going to be some fun cousin time. All right, I better head on back inside because it's 7:52. We're getting ready to start the 8 o'clock hour. So, hi, Jen. I see you're on this morning. Good morning, Jen. We've been working on our summer homework, too. All right, bye, guys.